Dear Grade 12 students, welcome back. Today we'll be tackling English 312, Unit 6, the topic Comparing and Contrasting Writing. Before I proceed further, as usual, I would like to remind you or request you to please get your textbook, notebook or a paper, a pen or a pencil, and your dictionary in case you might need to refer to it, and have yourselves comfortably seated. The objectives that we will be tackling today is, by the end of this lesson, you should have identified the layout and structure of a comparison and contrast paragraph, located specific information related to comparing and contrasting in a text, written a paragraph comparing and contrasting topics, things, or people. What I want you to do now is in 30 seconds, I want you to choose a topic. Let's say fast food, or mobile phones, or technology. And I want you to compare and contrast. When I say compare and contrast, I mean think about the similarities and differences between a topic that you choose. Write me at least 3 similarities or differences about fast food. Let's say fast food and healthy food. Take 30 seconds, give me 3 each. Similarities, differences. Okay, let's see the definitions of comparing and contrast. Comparing. To compare means to discuss how two people, places, or things are similar. Example, both teachers and students need to work hard. So here are the similar things, whereas the contrast, to contrast means to discuss how two people, places, or things are different. Examples, unlike cars, bicycles do not create pollution. So here, you kind of say the things that are the same, here, that are different. As easy as that. Okay, now what I want you to do is, these topics. Tell me which of the following topics we can write, compare, contrast, or both. Decide whether the following phrases would be compare, contrast, or you can apply both to them. I'll give you 30 seconds. This is the answer. Actually, for any topic you choose, when you choose a topic and you say a large city, a small town, studying in a country or studying abroad, using cash or using credit card, the role of a mother or the role of the father. When you keep a topic that you're debating, you can use always comparing and contrasting for both. It's applicable for all. Okay, now, what is the structure that should be used? So when we say comparing, mostly the phrases that we say, because they're similar, and, both, also, to, neither, nor, similar to, same, as well as, like, and so on. Contrast is the opposite. So what do we use? More, less, than, adjectives with er, but, while, though, not as, different, unlike, contrast, however, whereas, while, and so on. So here, we use all the words or the synonyms or the phrases that ensures that they're tackling the same point. It's a support. Here, the contrast, it's the opposite. Unlike, however, but, and so on. Now, a reminder. Now, what I want you to do is that in this text, I'll give you 30 seconds to read it. And there I give you the reminder, the helping words. I want you to fill in accordingly. 30 seconds. Let me give you an example. Both. Because I'm comparing, I'm mentioning the similarities. Do the rest. Well, I believe you're done. Let's read it all together. Both cell phones and computers will work without a power source. To access the internet on my laptop, I need to connect to a wireless signal. Similarly, my cell phone needs to connect to a network. I pay a monthly fees for both my cell phone and my internet fees. So as we can see in the simple text, I'm tackling both the cell phones and the computers, and I'm mentioning the things that I can do with both the cell phones and the computers. Now, the other way around. Contrast, the opposite, the differences. Example, fill in the rest. I'll give you 1 minute to read and fill in the rest using the above mentioned phrases. Okay, I believe you're done. Let's check our answers together and read it together. The climate in the northern region of my country is very different from the weather in the southern region. In the north, there are 4 distinct seasons, whereas in the south of the country, the seasons are not that different. The northern area has mountains and the temperatures in the winter are extremely cold. However, the south is much more flat and has warm to hot temperatures throughout the year. Heavy rains and high humidity in the summer are common in the south, but the south has moderate rainfall throughout the year and much lower humidity. So here, the differences. We were mentioning something and then the other is the opposite. So we used the above phrases. Now, if we're going to write a paragraph comparing and contrasting, how do we do it? There are 2 types. There is something called blocked organization, method 1, and there is point-to-point organization. What do we mean by that? I'll give you 30 seconds. Just think about it generally. When I'm telling you that there are 2 types of writing, block, point by point, what do I exactly mean? The layout. Now we're going to tackle the layout. So when we say block organization, first, we're writing about supporting points for the first topic, then compare or contrast those the same